Good evening, everybody. How you doing? I just wanted to apologise quickly for being so long since I made another last video. It's been a real hectic couple of weeks, just in life and work in general. So I just have not found the time. I want to make something real quick now, just to so I haven't forgotten about you all and all that. So yeah, I thought I would just make a real quick video. Just scared the life out of me. The kitten's here, and I just stepped on the cuddly toy, and I really thought I'd stepped on the kitten for a second. But yeah. So yeah, where was I? Completely lost my train of thought already. Good start of the video. So I was, yeah, the last couple of weeks have been real hectic. I've been very busy at work. I've been training a new chap at work. My hands are covered in bites from the kitten. And obviously we've had the kitten to look after. And we've even got some new debuts. Hello, matey. This means in there. Hello. Still not too sure, are you? Yeah, we've even got a few new debuts. And yeah, our little family is growing. Kitten's down there on the floor. I'm not gonna. Don't know what that was. I'm not gonna make. I'm not gonna talk about the kitten too much right now. I will make a proper video just about the kitten at some point. But sorry, I'm trying to find some good light. It's dark. It's very dark at the moment, and the lights in this room aren't particularly bright. So yeah, you always have to bear with me for a second. But yeah, so yeah, where was I? So not too much has really happened in the last couple of weeks mod wise. I'm still just recovering, not recovering, but things are just still just healing up. Obviously the tattoo, I think is the best part of a month old now. This is not the best light to try and show this off, so I apologise. But pretty much all of the flaky bits have gone now. There's a handful of little spots that I'd like to be touched up, like just there. There's a handful of tiny little spots like that. But at some point I will sit down with Sam and we'll go through it all and sort that properly out. It's still not 100% healed. There's a handful of spots where the tissue is still very dry and a little bit flaky, but it's not too bad. And the back there in particular, you probably can't see it on the video. But oopsie daisy. Oh, we're doing well today, aren't we? We're doing really well. We want the kittens down there. Oops, I've just pressed something on the screen. What did I do? Oop, make it a bit bright, it might be easy to see. But yeah, anyway, sorry, yeah, this is going to be one of those videos, isn't it? But yeah, and so yeah, it is settled down really well now. There's no pain or anything left. Obviously, it's been a best part of a month now, I think. But there's a few little spots that still got a little bit of healing to go and a little bit of settling in. But it is all calming down and all become nice and flush and settled down. Hello, maybe. And so trying to find a little bit of better light. The front-facing camera on this isn't particularly good, especially in moderate light. That's something I find with a lot of these phones. They're in darkness they're alright, and in bright light they're alright. But anywhere in between, it starts to get a bit funny. But yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so that's the tattoo, and obviously the other thing is the conch, 17mm conch. Overall, it's been going really well. It did swell up a little bit for 3-4 days maybe, but it didn't swell up as much as I'd expect it to. And there is a little bit of scar tissue. I have mentioned before that this ear in particular likes to scar up when I stretch the conch. And there is a little bit of scar tissue, probably around about sort of 20% of the piercing around this area here. But it's just a little bit hypertrophic scarring, and it always does that, and I'm expecting it to fade away over the next few weeks, maybe even a couple of months. Sometimes it takes a little while to go. But something I've learned, especially with conches in particular, is that patience is key. And it should, fingers crossed, settle down very quickly. Well, not very quickly as such, but very well, let's say that. It should settle down quite well, given enough time. And kittens biting my toes. And yeah, I'm really happy that I'm wearing tunnels. Or at least one tunnel in this one. I forgot how much I like tunnels in them. I haven't worn tunnels in them for probably, I don't know, I'd like to say 3 years maybe, since they were like 11, 12 millimeters, I don't think. Everything else I've been buying has just been solid, like this, basically exactly the same as this, solid black Delrin plugs. And having the tunnel in it, I don't know, I just enjoy it. And it's something I've noticed that at this size at least, I never really noticed it before, but especially when my hair is tied up, the wind rushes through it like crazy. If I'm driving with the window open, or if I'm outside and the kitten's gone loopy. If I've just been outside, where is she? Excuse the mess, I've just been laying down eating. Anyway, that's not what the video's about. We will do a proper video about the kitten at some point, I promise. But yeah, something I've noticed is that the wind really rushes through here now, and it makes the most incredible whistling noise. I don't know if anyone else can hear it, or if it's just because obviously it's literally in my ear. I don't know, but it's a quite a fantastic noise actually, and it's good fun. It's daft, but it's good fun. I can see myself being in a situation where if it's windy and I'm outside, I'm trying to talk to someone, it might actually cause issues in me listening to them. But that hasn't happened as yet, but I could see that potentially happening, so that will be interesting as well. But yeah, that will. I'm sure I'll figure that one out when I come to it. Yeah, I will be. So I will be stretching this one. Oh, my original plan was to stretch it just before New Year's, sort of in the week between December and New Year's, because I wanted to give it the best chance to settle down before my wedding, which is in obviously the end of February. I thought 2 months would be a good amount of time for that. But one of my absolute favourite bands in the world is they're doing a gig in Norwich, which is, it's a little way from where I live, but I'm still going to make the effort to go see them because I absolutely adore them. And that's in mid-January, sorry. And I don't particularly want a fresh piercing or a fresh conch stretch. For like, it would have been stretched, I'd guess, about 3 weeks at that point, and it would definitely still be somewhat tender, especially this ear. I can guarantee it would still be very swollen and very tender at that point. There's the kitten. New kitten and new Daegu. I can guarantee my conch would still be very tender at that point, and I am someone who likes to mosh when I go to metal gigs, and I don't particularly fancy moshing with a big swollen conch. That would not go down very well at all. So yeah, just cleaning himself, I think. There you go. So So yeah, I probably won't be stretching until after the gig. I will consider what to do. I think the gig is the 18th, if I remember rightly, something like that. I will consider what to do afterwards, after the gig. I might even try and literally stretch it the next day, because I'll still be a month and a half until the wedding. Well, we are doing really well today, aren't we? Sorry. But yeah, so that'll literally be like a month and a half before the wedding still, so it'll be okay. The majority of the swelling and pain should be over by then. Plus I'll have 2 tunnels for the wedding photos, which is nice as well. But yeah, other plans I'd like to get done before the wedding. I had originally planned on getting the inside of my other arm tattooed. I think I mentioned this before. But I doubt that will happen. I doubt that will actually happen before the wedding, just because things are costing a little bit more than we'd anticipated. But I mean, that it was to be expected in a way, because that seems to be what happens with weddings. Usually trying to give me a new piercing on my finger. Ow. But yeah, that generally seems to be what happens with weddings, as from what I've been told by other people. So I don't know if I'll have the money to actually get the inside of my other arm sorted out. But at least I got one, so it's alright. But yeah, before then, I would definitely like to get both of my lobes up to 3 inches, which is, I believe, 76 millimeter, or just over 76 millimeter, which is obviously the next size up. And I don't know how well you can see, but there is plenty of room I was planning on ordering them this payday. Which was just a few days ago for me. But I ended up having a couple of other unexpected expenses come up. And plus, I'm trying to pay down as much of the wedding in one go as I can do. You're sticking your tongue out, little lady. What are you sticking your tongue out for? Sorry, there she is. Her name's Millie, by the way, just in case anyone was wondering. But yeah. Yeah, so things have been a little more expensive this month than I planned. But touch wood, next month I've had a lot of overtime this month. So I should have a few spare pennies to order some new earrings next month. And so they will be back up to 3" by the wedding, which I'm very pleased about. That is what I had hoped, and fingers crossed, provided I actually get here in time, that should be the situation. That should be easy enough to do. I've been half considering ordering. I don't know. I'm quite undecided about what material to use. It'll be wood, because I think I've probably mentioned this before. I always prefer wooden jewelry. As much as anything, it's a lot more lightweight, and as obviously earrings get very big, they tend to get a lot heavier. And wood jewelry in particular, even at large sizes, is still surprisingly light. So that's the route I'm planning on going. I'm thinking possibly either ebony wood, which is a nice dark black wood, or hello, mister, or madam, sorry, you're a girl, aren't you? They're either getting some ebony tunnels made, or possibly some pink ivory wood. So that's pink ivory is probably my favourite sort of wood. It ranges in colour a lot. It can be everything from a very bright, vibrant pink right through to almost a dark reddy brown, and it has some very pretty. One of my lights just went out. Oh, we're doing well, aren't we? There we go. And yeah, pink ebony can be anything from a very bright. That's really weird. From a very bright, like a bright, vibrant, almost electric sort of pink, right through to quite a dark reddy brown colour. And it can also have some really beautiful patterns in it. I don't know what you call them exactly, but the coloured veins in wood. They can often be a very bright yellowy orangey colour, and it contrasts really well, especially if you're able to get really bright pink wood. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. And I need to think whether I want solid plugs or tunnels for the wedding as well. So I'll have to give that a little bit more thought. But yeah, so that's something that will hopefully be happening in the near future. Fingers crossed. And obviously the bridge piercing. I thought I'd give a little update on that, because I haven't really said much about it since having it taken out. It's settled down quite well. Obviously there's a scar. That'd be particularly that side. And there's a slight purpley coloured scar on this side. But it's settling down really well. Sorry to make you jump. It's settling down really well. And it's flattening off, and you can't really feel it. There's no hard tissue left inside there. Like before, especially soon after taking the piercing out, I can still feel quite a bit of hard tissue and hard scar inside the actual bridge itself. But all of that seems to be going pretty quickly now, which is good. I'm keeping up with the oil rubs and the massages, and that's making quite a bit of difference as well. And I'll be carrying that on. But I am thinking of possibly re-piercing it before the wedding, just because I don't like not having it there. It was a piercing I was very nervous about getting for so long. I don't really know why I was so nervous about getting it, but almost immediately after I actually had it pierced, I fell in love with it, and not having it, it feels wrong just not having it. So I will probably re-pierce it again in the somewhat near future, probably before the wedding, I should think. And so that would mean trying to get it pierced sooner rather than later, in order to give it the best chance of healing up before the wedding. But yeah, so that's just about it for now, I think. I do have quite a few more videos I would like to make. Hello, matey. Sticking your little hands through the door. You're quite brave. We picked up 2 more dagoos off someone who who they had the Dagues obviously, but they were moving house and they were unable to keep hold of them. So Anna was able to drive down and pick them up from, I think she said it was about an hour's drive to where they live, to bring them back here. But we actually had 3, but I think I get the impression the people didn't really know what they were doing with Dagues, and one of them was actually quite ill when we got it. And the first thing Anna did was to drive it down to our local vets, who we see quite frequently because we have a lot of animals. But we explained to them the situation that we just picked these Dagues up, and unfortunately it was already very ill, so they put it to sleep there and then. I get the impression the other people either didn't quite understand how much effort Dagues are, or they just didn't have the time to look after them, which is another possibility. So unfortunately, one of those was passed away literally the day we got them. But yeah, so they're still a little bit nervous at the moment. One in particular, this chap in the top here, she's quite brave and quite friendly, but the other one is very nervous and very scatty still, so it'll take a little while for them to settle in. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I am planning on doing quite a few more videos in the near future, hopefully with better lighting. And I will do a video properly showing off the kitten once she's settled in a little bit more. And I'm also planning on doing a couple of daft little videos. Something I've been... Sniff my arm, Adam. Something I've been considering doing for a little while is just a silly video, just trying to see what I could fit through my septum. Just trying to see what I can actually fit through my septum. Hello. You're going to bite me on camera now, aren't you? So, I was going to put the question out there, actually. If anyone has any ideas of any random things they'd like me to try and fit through my nose, then drop it in the comment section, and I will try and record that at some point in the near future, just to have a little bit of fun and just mess about with it. Just to, yeah, to not take life so seriously. So you only get one chance, so you might as well have a bit of fun. So yeah. Hello, madam. You okay? Yeah, you are very brave, aren't you? But yeah, so if anyone has any ideas of anything random they'd like me to see if I can fit through my nose, then just drop it in the comment section and I will give it a go. I'm kind of curious myself. I'm thinking, because obviously as big as it is, obviously being 28mm, I'm not going to be able to fit something that is completely 28mm through, because obviously it has to fit through my nostrils first. So that'll be interesting to see what exactly I can fit up there, and just messing around and being stupid, really. So that'll be good fun anyway. Anyway, yeah. I will, I'll call it quits now, and I will get this uploaded, and I will try and make another video in the near future. Probably even tomorrow night, actually. I have a feeling Anna is out tomorrow night. So when I get home from work, I'll be able to record something a little bit more serious then, and hopefully I'll have a new light bulb, so you can actually see me a bit better. There won't be so many dark shadows everywhere. But yeah, anyway, I've been rambling on for far too long now. So yeah, I'll speak to you all again soon. Ta-ra, and enjoy whatever you're doing, and see you again soon. Another quick look at the kitten. Hello. What are you doing? She's definitely bigger than Gwen was at her age. Gwen, our other cat, is super tiny. And this one's definitely bigger than she was already at that age. Where you going? You gonna jump down? I think she's just playing and messing about. I'll see you soon, and thanks for watching the video. Well done if you made it all the way through. I'll speak to you again soon. We'll see you soon. Ta-ra!